Sambuddhassa Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Buddhang Saranam Gacchami Buddhang Saranam Gacchami Dhammang Saranam Gacchami Dhammang Saranam Gacchami Sanghang Saranam Gacchami Sanghang Saranam Gacchami Dutiyampi Buddhang Saranam Gacchami Dutiyampi Buddhang Saranam Gacchami Dutiyampi Dhammang Saranam Gacchami Dutiyampi Dhammang Saranam Gacchami Dutiyampi Sanghang Saranam Gacchami Dutiyampi Sanghang Saranam Gacchami Tatiyampi Buddhang Saranam Gacchami Tatiyampi Buddhang Saranam Gacchami Tatiyampi Dhammang Saranam Gacchami Tatiyampi Dhammang Saranam Gacchami Tatiyampi Sanghang Saranam Gacchami Tatiyampi Sanghang Saranam Gacchami Tisaranagamana Paripurnam Amapante Panatipata Viramani Sikkhapadam Samadhiyami Panatipata Viramani Sikkhapadam Samadhiyami Adinadana Viramani Sikkhapadam Samadhiyami Adinadana Viramani Sikkhapadam Samadhiyami Abrahmacharya Viramani Sikkhapadam Samadhiyami Viramani Sikkhapadam Samadhiyami Musavada Viramani Sikkhapadam Samadhiyami Musavada Viramani Sikkhapadam Samadhiyami Suramiraya Majjapamadatthana Viramani Sikkhapadam Samadhiyami Suramiraya Majjapamadatthana Viramani Sikkhapadam Samadhiyami Vikala Bhojana Viramani Sikkhapadam Samadhiyami Vikala Bhojana Viramani Sikkhapadam Samadhiyami Natsa Gita Vadita Visukadasana Visukarasana
Malaganta
Malaganda
Vilepana
Vilepana
Dharana
Dharana
Mandana
Mandana
Vibhusanatthana
Vibhusanatthana
Veramani Sikkhapadam Samadhiyami
Veramani Sikkhapadam Samadhiyami
Utsasayana
Ujjasayana
Mahasayana
Mahasayana
Veramani Sikkhapadam Samadhiyami
Veramani Sikkhapadam Samadhiyami
Tisaranena saha atthamva samanagatam uposatha silam dhammam sadhukam surakhitam gatva appamadena sampadita.
Amahante
Today is 23rd of December 2024. I have been talking about the Vidya, and under this topic I have been talking about the 3 levels of energy Vidya, and among those 3 I have been talking about the second one, that is uplifting energy or boosting of energy. And again, under this topic, I have been talking about how to boost up, how to elevate our energy, how to uplift our energy, especially when we confront unpleasant sensation, when we have to face. So I have been talking about how to deal with unpleasant sensation. Yesterday I mentioned when we observe unpleasant sensation, we should not have expectation, because expectation is a hindrance. When we have hindrance, then we can't move forward. And again, if we have expectation, then frustration, irritation will be there when things do not go as expected. That's why we should not expect to happen something in unpleasant sensation, or we should not expect the unpleasant sensation to make unpleasant sensation to disappear, to get rid of it, or we should not expect unpleasant sensation to disappear. I repeat, we don't observe unpleasant sensation in order to get rid of it, or in order to make the unpleasant sensation to disappear. We observe because unpleasant sensation is also the object of observation. It is also a phenomenon, and by observing unpleasant sensation, we can develop mindfulness, we can develop concentration, we can develop wisdom. Meanwhile, we can make our mind stronger, we can develop patience, the patience level, we can grow up our patience level. We observe the pain in order to know about it. We observe the unpleasant sensation to know about it. So with that mentality, yesterday I taught the first way to deal with unpleasant sensation, that is to dive into the pain, to get closure, and the closure to penetrate into it, or to join into the unpleasant sensation. By doing so, if it is not working, then as a second step, when mind becomes a bit tired, uncomfortable feeling arise, then we zoom up for a while. We reduce the intensity of the observation, and after a while again, when we believe that now I can observe again closely, then again we zoom in. So in this way, as a second technique, we zoom in and zoom out in order to deal with unpleasant sensation. And I also mentioned when meditators penetrate into the pain, if their observation is good, if their feeling is good, if their energy is good, they can see many things happening inside the pain, arising and the passing away of the pain. So many sensations involving their changing of this unpleasant sensation, or maybe unpleasant sensation become apart from body. So in this way we can meditators can have so many amazing experiences by penetrating into the unpleasant sensation. By using these two techniques, still pain, unpleasant sensation remains unbearable. Now as a third technique, what you can do is you can ignore that unpleasant sensation, try to come back to the main object, rising and falling. But you will need some extra energy to come back, to observe the rising and falling, because we have to pull away our attention from obvious unpleasant sensation. That's why you will need some extra energy. You may come back to a main object rising and falling, or any other, if there any other obvious object or easy object to observe, then you can observe that object. Observing rising and falling or any other object is still, if not sufficient, then you can add more than one object. Like for example, if you observe rising, falling, if it is not sufficient, you can add like a touching, rising, falling, touching. The touching of two hands. There is contact between the two hands. So you can note rising, falling, touching, rising, falling, touching. By adding extra object, we make our mind more busy. We not just making the mind busy, but when we add the extra object, we need extra energy, and in that way also we can uplift our energy. If this technique is not working, then we can apply the another technique. And now we try to inspire, we try to motivate oneself. And we can motivate oneself in different ways. There are many ways to inspire, to motivate oneself. We can motivate by contemplating the benefits of observing unpleasant sensation. Because observing unpleasant sensation is really beneficial. By observing unpleasant sensation, we can develop good concentration. Concentration is really good when we penetrate into the pain, into the unpleasant sensation. And meanwhile, our patience level develops, endurance develops. We need patience, lack of patience. In our daily life, we may have so many conflicts. We may have so many conflicts. So patience is needed. More than that, we need to make our mind stronger. By observing pain, by being patient, by enduring the unpleasant sensation, we can make our mind stronger. Nowadays, most of the people have a weak mind, tender mind. Because of weak mind, they have lots of mental problems. When people have weak mind, and when they have to face the worldly conditions, we call in Pali Loka Dhamma, the 8 kinds of worldly conditions or ups and downs of life. Sometimes gain is there, sometimes loss, sometimes honor, dishonor. Sometimes happiness, sometimes suffering. Sometimes praise is there, sometimes dispraise or despise is there. Defame is there. So these 8 conditions we have to face in our human life. When our mind is weak, and when we have to face this holy condition, mind can't bear, mind can't deal, mind can't confront, because mind is very weak, so mind can't even accept. Therefore, we get the mental problems. We get the mental problems nowadays. Most of the people have the mental problems as stress, as overthinking, as depression, so many. It is because of the weak mind. That is why we are practicing meditation. By practicing meditation, we can make our mind so strong. And when mind becomes strong, we never get mental problems. And again, our mind is out of control because we have no mental development. We have no mental development, that's why we can't master our own mind. Our mind is out of control. So we commit so many unwholesome deeds. Sometimes we know it is not good to do, it is not good to say, it is not good to think, but still we can't control our mind. That's why we commit unwholesome deeds. So mind is out of control. It is also because lack of mental development. And here we are trying to develop our mind. So that is why you can motivate yourself while you have no more option to apply. So you can motivate, oh, I have to make my mind stronger. I have to develop the controlling faculties over my mind. In that way also we can contemplate the benefits of observing unpleasant sensation. And again, Buddha mentioned that this life is full of suffering. This body is a complete compound of the suffering, or what Buddha taught, what Buddha expounded. Now I am realizing, this body is the complex or compound of the pain, so many unpleasant sensations. Sensations are there, and it's really suffering. This must be what Buddha said, Buddha expounded in his discourse, in his teachings. And this pain is selfless, it is out of control. This is selfless, anatta. So in that way also you can contemplate in order to inspire yourself. We can contemplate about the impermanence also. As we know, Buddha said that all the physicalities, mentalities do not last even for a second. So that means unpleasant sensation also does not last even for a second. So we are yet to realize that we are yet to discover that we can contemplate, this pain is impermanent. This pain, unpleasant sensation is impermanent. It doesn't last long. It is in fact appearing and disappearing in each second. I'm not seeing because my concentration is yet to be good, yet to be strong. That is only why I'm not seeing. But it is impermanent. These are just few ways of inspiring oneself. You don't need to apply all of these. You can try any of these or some other ways of inspiration in order to push out your energy. And then we can also recollect the losssomeness of our body. We call it in Pali Asubha Bhavana, contemplating the losssomeness of the body. That is how disgusting is our body. We contemplate the disgusting part of the body. Yesterday also I mentioned when we have attachment with our body, then we have loss of consideration or sympathy to our body. We are afraid of getting sick. We are afraid of being the body to be damaged. So we might be afraid because we have consideration, we have sympathy, we have so much attachment in our body, and that may cause that may cause difficulties when we observe the unpleasant sensation. So in order to dissipate the attachment on our own body, we can contemplate the lossomness of the body. And then contemplating the death, Marananasati, is another good option to contemplate. The death is certain, and death may strike any time. That is what we have to contemplate. Death may come any time. After 1 year, within 1 year, within 6 months, within 3 months, within 1 month, 15 days, 10 days, 5 days. Next day, within 24 hours, within 12 hours, within 6 hours, 3 hours, 1 hour, 60 minutes. Within 30 minutes, death may strike. Within 10 minutes, within 5 minutes, within 1 minute, 30 seconds, 15 seconds, within 1 second, and in between, in breath and out breath, death may strike. So if we contemplate the death repeatedly in this way, the sense of urgency develops. We call in Pali samvega. And when samvega, sense of urgency develops, then energy becomes double. The energy uplifts and it becomes easier to deal with unpleasant sensation or to face the unpleasant sensation. So this is another good way, that is contemplating the death. So in this way, if even death may strike any time, then what about the pain? Pain also might be gone any time. So in that way, if we contemplate, then sense of urgency develops. Then it becomes easier to observe the unpleasant sensation. But for those meditators who are scared of death, some people are scared of contemplating death. So for those meditators, we don't recommend to contemplate the death. In this way, we can apply so many techniques in order to deal with unpleasant sensation. Regarding the contemplation or regarding the giving inspiration oneself, we should not do it for a long period of time. We just do for a short time, because we don't spend much time in contemplating and giving inspiration, giving motivation. We give priority in noting, we give priority in observation, so we don't do for long period of time. Just for a short while we do. By uplifting your energy in this way, as you become able to beat unpleasant sensation, your confidence develops. Like, oh, I can beat unpleasant sensation. For an example, there is a boxer who had never competed with another boxer. A boxer who had never never taken part in competition. So if he has to compete, at the very beginning he doesn't have confidence. But by taking part in competition, as he beats the opponent, now he develops the confidence, oh, I can beat, oh, I can beat. So now next time when he has to compete again with the same opponent or maybe new opponent, now he has confidence like, oh, I have already beat him, or I have already had victory last time, I can do this. So similarly, once meditators with unpleasant sensation, now confidence develops. Confidence generates like, oh, I can beat pain. Next time, when again same similar pain or any other pain arise, now meditator has confidence, oh, I can do that kind. In that way, confidence develops. That's why meditators should try to be unpleasant sensation in order to develop confidence. Unless it becomes a bad habit to surrender, to give up the unpleasant sensation in every sitting, or he or she surrenders unpleasant sensation. Every sitting, he or she surrenders the unpleasant sensation. Because now confidence, there is no confidence. He or she doesn't have belief on himself and herself. He or she does not think that he or she can beat unpleasant sensation. That's why we should try our best. We should uplift our energy in order to develop confidence. As meditators know that when we have unpleasant sensation, when unpleasant sensation becomes stronger and stronger, rationalizing mind is there. Like a mind starts to say, oh, just a few inches, just move a few inches, then it will be fine. And then we listen to that, and again after a while, again the pain becomes stronger. Then again body or the mind again demands, not enough yet, once more. Then again we change. So it becomes a bad habit of changing again and again, again and again. But as we uplift our energy and as we become able to breathe again and again, now meditators can challenge the unpleasant sensation. Okay, come on, get me in that state, in that level. Meditators will get by uplifting energy again and again, again and again. Meditators become able to welcome the unpleasant sensation. Now they will say, okay, welcome pain, I'm here you to observe. All the states we have hit, we discuss the unpleasant sensation, but later we will enjoy the unpleasant sensation. At the beginning, it is unpleasant sensation. Later, it becomes the pleasant sensation. At the beginning of the practice, yogis, meditators behave unpleasant sensation as enemy. But later, they behave as a good friend. So anyhow, that we are talking about the uplifting energy in this way when we confront the unpleasant sensation, we have to uplift our body. Otherwise, if we couldn't uplift the unpleasant sensation, that will cause the boredom also, laziness also. When boredom, laziness arise, when we just think that practicing meditation is just to have so many unpleasant sensations, or it's not really good, that the tendency to give up, the intention to leave the center arise. So to overcome those mentalities also, we have to uplift our mind, we have to push up our energy. One more thing I would like to add here in terms of dealing with the unpleasant sensation. You have to observe the rising and falling precisely, continuously, before the pain arises. If your observation is good from the very beginning, till the pain arises, then it becomes really easy to deal with pain. For example, pain arises after 20 minutes of sitting or 30 minutes of sitting. So you have to do a good job with the observation of the rising and falling. If you do really good job, then it becomes really easy to observe the unpleasant sensation. From the very beginning of the sitting, observe rising, falling, one after another. On rising, then observe another falling, then another rising, then another falling. Observe continuously. By observing rising and falling continuously, it becomes easier to observe the pain, because when concentration develops, when mindfulness gets better and the concentration develops, automatically it becomes easier to observe the unpleasant sensation. Okay, this is about the second energy, uplifting energy. The third one is culminating energy, with which goal is reached. Means after overcoming the difficulties, after overcoming the obstacles, or after overcoming the unpleasant sensation, job is yet to be done, or goal is yet to be reached. Our goal is not just to overcome the unpleasant sensation. Our goal is not to just overcome the obstacles of the meditation. So, goal is yet to be reached, destination is yet to be approached. So we have to keep applying energy again and again until we get our destination, and that energy is called culminating energy. So in order to get our destination, in order to get our goal, we need culminating energy, parakamata, because all the meditators have their own goal. Some of you might have the goal free from all kind of suffering, maybe at least to attain to be a string winner or the Sotapanna. Some of you might have to calm your mind, to develop the calmness of the mind, peacefulness of the mind, to enjoy the genuine happiness, or maybe to develop the controlling faculties so that you can master yourself, you can control your mind, which is now out of control. So in this way, I believe all the meditators have their own goal. So to get that goal, we need Parakama Dhatu, culminating energy. So that is why we need culminating energy as well. So when meditators pauses these three levels of the energy, then the meditators become genuine yogi. So in order to become a genuine yogi, meditators must be endowed with three levels of energy. This is what we are talking about, the two mental factors, two crucial mental factors in order to observe the presently arising object or meditative object, and they are in mind, vitaka, and energy, vidya. And as we apply accurate aiming and sufficient energy, we can have some immediate benefits. Like by application of the accurate aiming, we can overcome the sloth and torpor laziness. Sloth and torpor sleepiness. I am talking about this because some yogis were asking me about how to overcome the sleepiness, how to overcome the sloth and torpor. The best way to overcome sloth and torpor is to aim accurately. To aim accurately the meditative object. That means application of the vitaka. If you apply accurate aiming and sufficient energy repeatedly over and over, you can easily overcome with with sloth and torpor, with sleepiness. You have to apply over and over, not once, not twice, but again and again. When your aiming is accurate, when your energy is strong, mind is really active enough, mind is energetic enough. When mind is active enough, energetic enough, sleepiness has no chance to arise. Sloth and torpor have no chance to arise. Even you can prevent sloth and torpor, sleepiness by application of vitaka and virya, aiming mind and energy. Tomorrow we will talk more about how to overcome the sleepiness, sloth and torpor. So for today, mainly we talk about the uplifting energy and culminating energy, and under this topic we also talk about how to deal, how to confront the unpleasant sensations. So may all the yogis be able to apply the sufficient energy and Accurate aiming by application of these two mental factors, you will be able to observe the presently arising object. May you be able to beat the unpleasant sensation, and may you be able to overcome the sloth and trouble, and may you be able to develop good mindfulness, concentration as well. Himaya. Namma Patipatiya.
Dhammatu Dhamma Patipatiya.
Buddhang Pujena.
Buddhang Pujemi. Himaya.
Namma Patipatiya.
Dhammatu Dhamma Patipatiya.
Dhammang Pujena.
Dhammang Pujemi. Himaya.
Namma Patipatiya.
Dhammatu Dhamma Patipatiya.
Sanghang Pujena.
Sanghang Pujemi.
Himaya.
Himaya.
Namma Patipatiya.
Dhammatu Dhamma Patipatiya.
Mata Pitaro Pujena.
Mata Pitaro Pujemi.
Himaya.
Himaya.
Namma Patipatiya.
Dhammatu Dhamma Patipatiya.
Acariya Pujena.
Acariya Pujemi.
Adhaimaya.
Adhaimaya.
Patipadaya.
Patipadaya.
Saramaranama.
Saramaranama.
Parimutsisame.
Parimutsisame.